under control, so that it's not disrupting or causing any interference with our call today. And as usual, we have the safe harbor statement. I'm not going to read all the words in there, all the details, but it's a normal procedure we have to go through, knowing that we are a public company and there are also multiple risks and uncertainties involved with things we are doing now and also in the future. So please keep that in mind, because of many factors, many reasons that may be beyond our control, and it may make it difficult for us to deliver products and services when promised, fulfill our commitment and obligations. But it's a general caveat I would like to remind all of us. And I believe most of us here are shareholders of the company. Some of you have been with the company for a long time, others may be new to the company. And for those who are first time here in contact with the company, I just give a very quick overview so that you have an idea what PHI Group is all about. We are a Wyoming company. Actually, it was formed in Las Vegas, Nevada, back in 1982, and as a Nevada corporation, and we got re-domiciled in Wyoming, and now we are operating under the law of Wyoming. We are a fully reporting company with the SEC. As far as authorized capital, we have 40 billion shares authorized and roughly about 26.3 billion shares common stock issue and outstanding at the moment, about 180,000 shares of preferred stock issue and outstanding. Our corporate strategy, we build and deploy valuable resources to create advantages and participate and compete in attractive businesses that have large and growing the market potential, create long-term shareholder value, and provide points of exit for our investors and shareholders. And our scope of business, we have a Luxembourg fund. Actually, it's a group of funds. It's called Luxembourg Bank Funds. And then we have been working on the Asia Diamond Exchange to set it up in the free economic zone in July in Vietnam. And we have advising consulting businesses, also merger and acquisition. We provide consulting and advisory services to other clients, and also manage M&A activities as a principal, meaning we buy companies ourselves as well. We are involved in special situations and also crypto and blockchain technology initiative. We have a number of subsidiaries under PHI Group at the moment. We have Felix Global Funds, and then Felix Capital Advisor, the Asia Diamond Exchange, which is a holding company, and Free Vietnam Investment and Development Company, and American Pacific Resources, American Pacific Plastics, Fivite Healthcare, and we also setting up a new subsidiary under the name of Empire Spirits as a holding company for the acquisition we'll be talking about today. And the Luxembourg Bank Fund is a group of funds. We have different compartments for different industry and sectors. And our goal is to be involved in a number of selective industry like real estate, infrastructure, renewable energy, agriculture, healthcare, education, and also consumer good as well. And special situation investment, we want to add value through transformation of investing or acquired companies by bringing in valuable resources and technologies to transform, to change, improve, and create additional value for the companies we acquire or invest in. We follow the Newell model. Newell Rubbermaid. Newell started out as a small company back in the 80s with like only $15 million in revenue, but through the years they ended up acquiring Rubbermaid to become a multi-billion dollar conglomerate. You know, our model is somewhat similar to that. So it's what we are doing at the moment. And merger and acquisition, we provide the services for other companies, and also we do it for ourselves as well. So I'm not going to go into too much detail, but just to give you a general overview of the company for those who are new to PSIL. Now, but today we want to talk about the 5 GRAN Treasure Spirit transaction. Let me see if I can enlarge the screen here a little bit. The 5 GRAN Treasury Spirit in Chinese is called Wu Liang Bao. Wu Liang Bao is a combination of different grains, especially mainly sorghum and also corn and some other things that make the baijiu wine or liquor. Baijiu is a very popular drink in China, and mainly consumed in China, but it's also gaining popularity around the world right now. It's similar to vodka, but with fragrant aroma and taste, and mainly distilled from red sorghum. Yeah. The company has proprietary spirit production processes, and it also has patent technology to grow red sorghum for baijiu manufacturing. And the patented grain produces superior taste and quality compared to the regular sorghum. That's a competitive advantage that the company has. The company has been around for with the tradition of over 100 years, and a reputable bulk alcohol supplier to the largest spirit companies in the world, including Queijiao Maotai, a company that some of you may have already known. You know, market cap one time has surpassed $500 billion, and now it's about over $300 billion. And that's one of the jars of baijiu, you know, the spirit that is owned or produced by 5 GRAN Treasure Spirit. The transaction we have with 5 GRAN Treasure Spirit, in a nutshell, is we will form a company, a subsidiary under the name of Empire Spirit Inc. We acquire 70% ownership in 5 GRAN Treasure Spirits. The total budget for the acquisition and also infusion of capital to implement the business plan for 5 GRAN is $100 million to be paid in 3 tranches. We need to do further due diligence before we sign a definitive agreement within the next 45 days. And our target is to close the transaction by the end of this year. We'll have to conduct a gap audit by a PCAOB registered firm, so we can comply with SEC requirement for reporting and be able to consolidate their numbers with PHI's group financials. And our goal is to transform the acquiree out target company 5 GRAN by doing a number of things which I will share with you in a little bit more detail. And then we want to list the company itself on a major exchange, and also provide or share the dividend in this new company with our PHI Group shareholders. The growth strategy for 5 GRAN Empire Spirits is threefold. We have 3 prongs going in parallel. We have already started the process of working with growers. The goal is to produce 500,000 tons of sorghum per year, and to supply 200 million liters of bulk spirit to beverage companies, and in this case to Q-Chow Moutai as well, and to develop our own brands with 5 GRAN proprietary manufacturing technology, also with preferred distribution channel. And actually the brand has already been tested and very, very well liked by prominent distributors in the US and also in China and in other parts of the world. And that is the component that will make us a lot of money. And we'll share with you a little bit in a few slides and what kind of potential we are looking at. And these are the some of the top Chinese liquor brands right now, like Q-Chow Moutai. The brand Moutai is one of the best known liquor baijiu brands. It's called the national liquor in China. And some of the bottles can be very, very expensive. There's a 5-star Moutai made in 1955. It's worth like $200,000 a bottle. You know, it's an exceptionally pure malt and very smooth. And as I mentioned, the market cap of Moutai is right now about over $300 billion. PE ratio about 43 times the earning. The next company is called Weilinger, is headquartered in Sichuan province. It's also another popular high-end Chinese distilled spirit. The market cap is about $122 billion and PE ratio about 35 times earning. The third one is Liuzhou Laojiao. It's also in Sichuan province. Its history dated back to 1573 in the Ming Dynasty. It's a little bit strong. It's about 55% alcohol, and the market cap is about $41 billion. PE ratio about 38 times earning. All these spirit liquor companies are doing very, very well on the public market, and that's also a good sign for us. And as far as our potential is concerned, when we're doing the joint venture with the growers, you know, we to grow the 500,000 tons of sorghum per year, that can generate revenues, you know, as low as $90 million a year, or can be as high as $200 million a year, or even more. And to supply the 200 million liters of bulk spirit to beverage companies will generate about $600 million in revenue a year. And by developing proprietary, our own brand by using the manufacturing technology and also processing methods of the company with the preferred distribution channel. Actually, it can create a lot of value for the company, in the billions. And actually, if we can do just 10% of the bulk spirit, which is about 20,000 20 million liters, it would generate over $3 billion in revenue. And some of these bottles, it costs a lot of money, $200, $300, $400 a bottle. But even we sell at a much lower price. It can command a very substantial amount of revenue for the company. Those are the performance potential figures and what 5 Grain Empire Spirit plan to do. And of course, it does not happen overnight right away, but we already started the process with the growers in Asia. And the supplying of the bulk spirit, it has already happened. They have already supplied the bulk spirit to prominent liquor beverage companies in Asia for decades. But the most interesting part is the old brand, which has already been designed, been produced, been tested by major distributors, and that will be the most exciting news for the company. And these are just projected or estimated figures, the goals that the company will be doing to achieve. But just give you the rationale, why we are doing this deal, because this is once in a lifetime. Again, we don't have another opportunity like this. Actually, our colleagues and associates, that they have been working on this transaction for almost 10 years, and now it's time that they have agreed to come together with us to do this transaction. And it's a transaction, it's an opportunity we just cannot pass up. We just cannot let go. And the timing is perfect, and everybody is in agreement, and it's up to us, to make this happen. And some of you may be asking, how do we pay for it? Where do you get the money to pay for this transaction? I think it's a very appropriate, very, pertinent question. And there's a saying, there's a will, there's a way. If we believe this is something that will create tremendous value for our company, we'll make it happen. And there are at least 4 or 5 options, alternatives to complete this transaction. As far as making payment for the transaction, we already have private partners and clients that want to join us and provide the capital to do this deal with us. That's number 1. Number 2, our fund in Luxembourg, especially the agriculture fund, we also will be very well positioned to participate. But realistically, we will not get that going in full force probably toward the end of the year, to have the closing of the first. There's still a lot of work to be done in Asia and Vietnam. It has made it very difficult for us, but hopefully in the next few weeks, things will ease off, and we allow traveling, and we can begin to execute things on that front. Number 3, it can be debt financing. We have relationship with major groups in Europe and even in Asia and the Middle East that can provide us the debt component. And then we have been working on a number of transactions I wouldn't say behind the scene, but we've been very active working on a number of transactions, very special transactions that can provide substantial amount of income for us to do it as well. And fifthly, if all fails, we can still finance it with our own equity. Of course, that will mean we have to issue more share. We have to use our stock as a way to finance this transaction. Of course, there are a number of decisions that need to be made. First is the financing decision, and secondly, the investment decision, and the other function of cash management, like dividend policy and all that, that will come later. But this is a tremendous, unprecedented and unparalleled opportunity. Then we have to find a way to get it done. We have no option for failure. Failure is not an option. It got to succeed. It must succeed, and we will do everything we can to make this succeed. Of course, we may have to change our strategy. We may have to take some very bold, audacious move to rearrange. I'm in the chessboard, but we will get it done. And so right now it's a little bit too early. Maybe in the next few weeks, we can have another call. At that time, the financing picture will be much clearer for all of our shareholders. But we have at least 5 options to make this happen, to get it done. And, so this is the gist of the transaction, and we believe it will create a lot of value for our shareholders, much more than what our cost layout is, and the potential. When you look at what the other companies in the market is doing, Keijao, like Weilangji, and other public companies in the sector, and it can be a great comparison and reference for us of what we may be able to achieve and accomplish. As far as PHI Group is concerned, we continue to execute on what we have set out to do. The Luxembourg Bank Funds, Asia Diamond Exchange, and our blockchain and crypto technology projects. And in addition, at the moment, the 5 grain treasure spirit acquisition, we are confident and strongly believe that these will be the major contributors to the company revenue growth and profit stability. And some of you are very eager to know what the status of the buyback is. It's a priority. It's a matter of priority. How do we spend our money? We have already made arrangement with some groups for certain blocks of share to be bought. But honestly, at this moment, we have not paid for those arrangements yet. So it's something, we still have time until the end of December to have full disclosure on that. But of course, we have to manage our progress in terms of priorities. What will be better for the company? How the money being spent will make a major impact, better impact for the overall shareholder value and for the benefits of many. And as you know, personally, I strongly believe in what we are doing. And that's why, I myself have committed to convert the loans that were owed to me, into company shares. and also salaries that have been accrued and unpaid into shell company, because I believe we will succeed and we will make it a big difference, and we fulfill our mission. And so I want to take this time to thank all of you for taking the time to join us in today's conference. Unfortunately, we're not able to open up for questions and so forth, but please feel free to communicate with us through email, and we will address those matters of concern or interest at another time, because of the time limit. I have to run into another conference call in a little bit. Again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your interest. And as I mentioned, we will make this happen. Failure is not an option. It has and must succeed. Thank you very much for your patience, for your trust and support. And may God bless PHI Group and bless us all. Thank you. Have a great day. Yeah. God bless you.